I'm Alan. I'm just going to show you around your Basecamp today, all the features of it. So starting at the very front, we'll do the hitching up in it shortly, but in the gas compartment, spare tyre and obviously your gas needs connecting up. Gas regulator's just there, so you just need to get the hose, connect it underneath, and away you go. Turn the gas off when you're towing, don't have that on. When you tow, make sure that's off in that position. Spare tyre over there. Okay, just shut the front down, push it in and lock it in position. It's job done. Hitching up, when you eventually come to tow away, you've got 13-pin socket just there, plugs into your car, and your hitch connections up here. These are slightly funny. If you're going to put a security on it, like a hitch lock, you do need to buy a specific one for the Basecamp, but you're going to have to drop this lever down. And to do that, if there's a little catch underneath, if you can look down through there, you can see my finger now, and that should, there you go, drop down, and now you'll be able to put your lock on. And that's the same process when you hitch up, that will clonk down and lock the hitch onto the tow ball. And that just pulls up, got a lever there, and lock it in, and then then you're off the caravan. Okay. Just walking around the sides, nothing much to see around here. You have got your wheels just there, and you've also got an Alcester fridge vents, gas barbecue point. That's in the off position. You have got a bayonet connector there to go onto your barbecue. Just unclip it. This end, which is the nippled end, goes into there. Just push it in. It's airtight once it's in, and turn your gas in line to use it. To release it, if you push that outer collar, it'll just kick the connector out. And that's just an external mains outlet. Lift the flap up. You've got your mains outlet into your awning or whatever. LED lighting on the caravan, on the rear, which we need to test to make sure they're all good when you go on the road. You have got your VIN plate here, so you've got your VIN number, you've got your unladen weight, maximum towing weight, you've got your tyre sizes there, tyre pressures as well, quite important to check on a regular basis. It is quite important to check those on a regular basis as well. Okay, just walking around to the near side, toilet cassette compartment, that just opens up, just push the buttons. To pull this out, you've got a little lever just there. That pulls out. And obviously to empty it, and it's a bit tight in this position here, you have got wheels. Carrying handle in the front for ease of getting it round. And obviously when you empty it, undo the cap there. Clean it out, rinse it through a couple of times, and put a little bit of blue, put some water in it and the blue solution. Just slide that back, just locks in position. To fill the toilet, the flush, there's a little device here. Now, actually, I need to pull that back out again because your filler cap, you're gonna require that. So to fill the flush up, undo that. Oops. Top that up. That connects in position, and you fill your flush up. If you come forward, there is a water level there. So when you winterize it, just twist that. That'll get rid of that. So just put that back on. Whichever way it goes, push that back. Clamp it down. To empty the flush out, the water, when you winterize it, or when you're towing, if you want to tow dry, which you should do, there's a little device here. Just pull that down, and that'll empty the flush water out. Okay. You can also see the flush water level in there as well. And just push that back and clip it back underneath so it's secure. So, heating vent, your grey waste outlet is just tucked underneath here. Okay, and that's to do with the heating and hot water. That little bit down there. But that is your vent for your heating and hot water. External shower. The Basecamp to come with an external shower unit. It's in the caravan. But to get that, it's just a hose lock type of device. Just push that. That's the cap off, and then you just got a normal hose lock connector on it. You have got a shower in the caravan, and just push it back, lock it in. Your water inlet's just there. That just lift this lever up, ease it out, and you've just got a little filter on the bottom, pumps on the inside. Just push it in, push that down to secure it. That's stable. Electric hookup, I won't pull the plug out, but the electrics is here. You've also, at the very top, might be a bit difficult to see, but there is an external satellite connector. So if you're on a Premier site, you can use it, but it's right at the back. There is a little bit of a lead, you can pull it out, but you probably want to look at that first. Right, I'm just going to go into the caravan, but just to mention, before you enter the base camp, it is back heavy, so always make sure you got your corner steadies down on the back. If you haven't got them down, more than likely it's going to tip backwards. So do make sure, it's quite important. Just unlock the door. On this edition, you have got the window. On the standard Basecamp, that's a solid door. That opens up, and that's the layout. So we're just going to go inside. Right, Basecamp, as all Swift products, come with the Swift command unit. Just press the button there. That is your on and off switch for it. To turn it off, you do need to press and hold the button. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds to turn off the 12 volt. So now that's everything off 12 volt in the caravan. Okay. Anything that's on mains is still live. Press the button, just pops up. Okay. If you've done a master shutdown switch on the consumer unit, which is in there, you will see a different panel come up straight away. There is a home button. If you press that, you'll come out of that. So don't worry about that if you see an unfamiliar screen. Just going across the top, diagram there shows internal temperature. You've got external temperature, humidity. You've got the date if it was set correctly, the time. Little solar panel flashing there, so it's operating. Mains hook up, and your leisure batteries in. That's your water pump, so that needs to be activated. Just press it. Obviously, all these devices can be worked from your phone as well, apart from the heating. The Basecamp is slightly awkward on its command app. That's your awning light. So that's your only switch for your awning light, outside above the door. This one here is your dimmer switches for your light. So they're all off at the moment. So if I had to put that one on there, brings on the front lights, and that one brings on the valance lights. You have got switches for them as well, so that also controls the lights underneath there. Obviously turn that off. And if you want to dim them, you can press the minus, and then they'll dim down in fractions. Or you can hold the button, which is down here, and again that will also dim them gradually and turn them on as well. Okay. Let's press the home. Power. So you can check your power. You can see what's happening with the caravan as far as the 12 volt and your mains that's coming in. So at the moment, you can see that's flashing because the solar panel's doing a little bit of work, but we are on mains. Battery shows fully charged, and just by tapping it, you can see the ampage. So that's the ampage charge that's going into the caravan. Press it again, it just reverts back. Solar panel, doing a little bit there. You can also check your vehicle battery as well. Scrolling on to the next one, you can see this shows the draw. So that's actually what we're using with the fridge on and anything else within the caravan. And you've also got an amp limiter, so you can control the amount of ampage that's coming into the caravan from certain campsites. Most UK campsites are 16 amps, some can be 10. So if you're on a 10 amp campsite, you can restrict the ampage being pulled from the post. Just press the plus button and set it to what ampage you want. So 10 amps, leave it at that. If you exceed the 10 amp pull there, it's going to reduce the power coming into the caravan. So you're not going to actually physically, hopefully, blow the post. It'll just trip out inside the caravan. That will go up to 16 amps. You can press a minus or just press a straight button and it will go back to off. That one just takes you back to the screen and then back to the home. Heating, I won't go through the heating with you because the well system is slightly different, so I'll just leave that one off. You can control the fridge from here if you want. So at the moment, the fridge is running on mains. If you want to, you can put it on gas, just press the button. But you also got manual controls on the fridge as well, along with your temperature control or your thermostat regulator, and also the off mode there as well. So at the moment the gas was on electric, now running on gas. Home button takes you back. Settings in here, you can do quite a few little things in here. One, you can put the time right, so if you just press the button, set the time. There is a lithium backup battery here, so when you power down, turn off the power, take the battery out, whatever you do, it should maintain the information that you've put on there. Obviously get your date right, so press it, get your month right, get the year right, eventually. It's almost right, isn't it? So just plod along and get it right for you. You've got a screen brightness control here. So at the moment, this monitor is at 80%. If you want it brighter, just press it, go up to 100, and then it'll go down to 20, 40, 60, back to 80. And this screen will time out, go blank in 5 minutes. So it's a battery saver. Again, you can change that and to whatever you desire, basically. If you don't like that little bleepy noise, you can mute the buttons. So now we've got rid of the tone on there. Put it back on, it's more convenient at the moment. Also, if you are considering using the command app, this is where you're going to pair your phone. It takes 4 devices. What you need to do is to press the pair button. While that's flashing, you've got a minute to link your phone to it. So have the phone on, have Bluetooth on, and then go into the app or your Bluetooth menu on your phone, and they should see each other. You're looking for Swift BLE popping up on the Bluetooth panel on your phone. It will go away in a moment. You can delete it as well, but it will delete anything you've connected through Bluetooth with your phone. Just take you back to the home, and that's a quick tour of the Swift command. So on the Basecamps, you've got the well heating system. So at the moment, you can see the panel is illuminated, both saying well, hot water's off and the heating's off. Put your water on, simply press your button. Oops, eventually, right. Just showing there, we're running dual fuel, gas and electric, and that's 2 bars, so it's about 1600 watts of electric. If you press it again, they go to the off position. Electric only, that's 1 bar, 2, or gas only if you're off mains. If you press it again, you've got the options of gas, 1 bar of electric, or 2 bars of electric. Obviously, to get it up hotter quicker, run gas and electric together for a little while, but don't leave gas on unless you're off mains. If you want the heating on, just press the button, heating comes straight up. So at the moment we're on 3 bars. If you scroll along, you go on to gas and then off. Electric 1 for your heating, electric 2, electric 3 and gas. You will notice you've got no dual fuel on the heating. The dual fuel for gas electric is only on the hot water, not on the heating system. Thermostat control there for your heating, press the minus and that should just go down to whatever temperature you want. There's no reading for it, you just have to guess it. If you're hot, turn it down. That's it on there. I'll just turn it off, it's quite warm today. I'll leave the water on for the moment. Carbon monoxide alarm. Okay, that is a sealed unit. When that needs replacing, you have to replace the whole unit. Smoke alarm just here, just press and hold the button to test it, and off it goes. 9-volt battery on that can be replaced. While we're over in this corner, a few little things. TV point there, external satellite point. The connector is in the mains inlet. That's where it's going to come out at that point. 12-volt socket, mains outlet there as well for you. Okie dokie. In the wardrobe, you've got your TV, aerial just up there. Casual table, freestanding table. TV aerials, use that. Undo the collar, push it up, rotate it around, get your best signal. There's a little winder there. When you wind it, you'll see the green panel going red, and you get a V for vertical. So you will know the position of the satellite on the top. When you're towing, do make sure that that's down on the H. So wind it back down. Make sure that window ideally is facing towards the back of the caravan, because it should be aerodynamically in line with the caravan. And then just tighten it up so it doesn't move around. As mentioned earlier, just over here you've got a consumer unit. Now this might be difficult to see on the video. Yeah. So just across the top you see a red or an orange amber LED light. That is the electric supply to your heating and hot water. The green one is the electric power for your battery charger. So that does need to be on at all times. You've also got another one which isn't illuminated, which is red. That's reverse polarity. If that lights up, you've got a problem with the feed coming in. Okay. You've also got your trip switches and your mains tester just down there as well on these, underneath these caps. Just underneath those little black caps. That's it. First one's the trip switches, the other one's the mains. Above this one is a black isolator switch. That is your master 12-volt supply switch, which is just there. So if you press that, when you winterize the caravan, the that will prevent drain down on your battery. So that is your master 12 volt. If that's off, nothing will work on 12 volt. So if you come to the caravan, press the consumer panel at the top, it isn't going to work. That does need to be on. Your heating and hot water systems just down here. Your drain down point looks like a duck beak, which is just down there, that yellow thing. That's it. See a yellow thing just over in the corner over there? So turn it into the vertical position so it's pointing upwards, and you're going to drain your water out your boiler. Obviously when you winterize it, that's an important thing to do. And just across there you've got your water pump, which is this one. Water pump, and the white one is a damper to the water system, keeps the pressure constant. You've got no pressure adjustment on these caravans. There's also, if you just see here, there is a reset button on your boiler. So if you find it fails, that's probably the first thing. But if you find the heating system fails, read the manuals first before you do anything, or phone in and take advice. But that is a reset button for it. That just drops down neatly. That's it. That's all in there. Mirror. Your loo. So you've got your water coming through, hot and cold, and your shower unit's just there. Works on a simple system. Opens up. Where you go. Obviously, when you drain down the caravan in the winter, leave it with the taps open. So if there's any water caught in anywhere, it's got somewhere to expand. And your toilet's just over in this side. So your loo, there you go. Open up the vent is on a lever on this one. Lever it, so now that you've got your toilet cassette and you've got your flush button just there. When you finish, just make sure that's locked in that position so the vent or the blade is shut. If you do leave it open, you won't be able to extract the waste container. It'll be locked in, so don't force it. Lights in here as well, and these are just flick switches actually in the Basecamp. There's one at the top, there's one above the loo. Just coming to the front of the caravan now. Little panel here is your tracker. This, if you do subscribe for the tracker for the Swift Command unit, it activates the tracker. These are just standard cupboards, plate racks and stuff. In this one, just across here, you've got all your literature. Please read that when you get the opportunity. And just across there is your smart solar panel regulator. So that's doing bits and pieces, keeping your battery in good charge. Don't always depend on it though. It's always a good idea to plug into the mains to keep your battery in good charge. On your cooker unit, your hobs, these self-ignite. So as soon as you press it down, you can see them igniting. You don't need to do any zappy on this one. So off you go, all working lovely. Oops. Just give it a little bit of a while for the thermal coupling to take place. Your grill pan, when you're opening up the grill, always have the oven and the grill always open up with the door open. Your grill controls on this one. Light is just there. Pull that out. You have got the handle in the pan. It's on. It's going. Turn it off. And you've got your small oven just there. Again, use the igniter just on the side. Take it all the way on to full. And get it going. Is that lit? There you go. Just make sure everything's off as far as the gas goes. Doesn't make good smells. Just in the door. Oops, wrong way. That way. Okay. Water coming through again, so you're hot and cold. That's your hot side. Hear the pump kicking in. You see it's getting pretty hot, hasn't been on too long, so ready for washing up. All you need is your marigolds. There you go, and that's the cold coming through. Just in this cupboard here, depending on how it's been left, but you've got your spare key, plugs and stuff, 12 volt socket, things like that. Just all your cupboard space. Just down under this one, you have got your master valves for your gas appliances. So those are quite important to know where they are if you need to isolate any product. They are all listed on that sticker. On your fridge, you can control from the Swift Command. You can control it from your phone as well if you download the app. but that is your master on off switch. At the moment I'm running gas because I changed it over on there, but to change it manually, just press the button. So I'm on gas now. You've also got the option to go on auto. As soon as you go onto auto, it'll choose electric. If you're on a campsite with the electric and that gets cut off, it's going to go onto gas automatically. When you're towing, do not use the auto function. Always use, if you're towing, go onto your vehicle battery and leave it there. There's a few reasons for that, but that's where it needs to be. So don't use auto when you're towing. It's flashing at the moment because obviously we're not connected to a vehicle. And that's your thermostat control on that side, on manual. You will notice these are quite sensitive, so as you're walking past, if you glance your finger on, they do change. It is one of the things of this device. If the gas fails, if you're on a campsite and the gas fails, the on and off switch is also your reset button for your gas. So if you find that you're on gas and that's flashing away and bleeping, the bleep does stop after a few minutes, by the way, it doesn't carry on. You just need to touch that very gently and it should bleep and reset it. Door just opens up, just like that. Good that it's turned off, the fridge is, turn it back on. Nice blue light in this one. When you winterize it, there's a little catch there. Push it forward with your finger and that'll keep the door ajar in a safe position and allow it to breathe so it doesn't go all furry and stuff. Push it back, away there. Freezer compartment. On this particular model, you can take the freezer shelf out. You see it's not actually sealed around the edges. There's a couple of little clips underneath there. If you pinch them together, this unit will come out, so it gives you a bigger fridge if you want it. A little bit of cupboard space in there for storage. Your mains tower, so just lift that up. Oops, up it comes. It's locked in position. Obviously you can turn it on, put your power or turn it off. Just drop it down, push that in, away you go. Out of the way. A couple of USB ports there for charging, mains outlet. Your spotlights, you can angle them, you can also dim them. So there's a little dimmer on the back, on that little twizzly thing at the back. Very quickly on this side of the bed, underneath is your road light fuse board. So that little black unit. So if you have any problems with your road lights, that's probably the place you need to look first. That's your road light fuse board. Just on this side is your leisure battery box. So there's your leisure battery. This is screwed and fixed in position. It's not at the moment because the demo, the gas and the battery at the moment is Broadlane's equipment, but battery needs to be positioned and secured down underneath there. And that's just secures it in position, say with 3 screws in that point. If you're making this up as a bed, you've got these little slats, so that's going to pull forward. Eventually, obviously nice and new, it's a bit stiff. That's just going to pull out. They should come all the way and meet if I wasn't in the way, and should then bring your backs down. So ideally, if you flip your beds over, so that's the front cushions and those, and bring both the 2 backs down in position. Whew. A bit of a push. So that's how you make your bed up. You can also do it on the front as well if you want to, or you can sleep that way, depending on